Alright, so we're gonna scooch you in today. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I did was I put on moisturizer. This is what I use. It is the Equate, like Walmart brand. That's a dupe to the Olay Complete All Day Moisturizer. That's the moisturizer I used to use at first, a really long time ago. And then when I saw Walmart had a dupe to it and the ingredients were literally the exact same, I went for that and it really works for me. It doesn't typically break me out. The next thing that I do is moisturize my lip, and I'm using this Vaseline Lip Therapy Rosy Lip. I actually get this from Dollar Tree. I use another expensive bougie brand, but I can't find it. It is the Lip Butter by Sol de Janeiro, I believe. So today I'm actually wearing a hat, and because I'm wearing a hat, I don't do makeup on my forehead, but I do have a breakout here, and you'll still be able to like see this much, you know, from my hat, so I will do some coverage here. And the first thing that I do, sometimes I go in with a primer. I go in with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, but I haven't been doing that lately, so I'm just going to show you like what my everyday look has been and how I've been looking a little bit more glowy in my videos. So I'm going to go in with my typical BB cream. If you guys watch my videos, then you know I buy this stuff all the time. I've been on it for a while in the color 110 light medium, but I'm not going to like name every product, so I'll just link it down below. And I basically use this as my foundation. I like to apply this, and by the way, as you can tell, like the lighting, I'm not like a makeup professional, so sorry about the lighting, but I like to use this little stippling flat face brush, and I go in and I just get it, you know, all into my skin. And sometimes I'll go in with a second little coat, and then what I do on the second coat is instead of like swirling it around, I push it into my skin, and it gives me more coverage because this is a BB cream. It's not supposed to be like it's not supposed to be a foundation and full coverage. And that's one of the reasons why I like it, is because I still want to see my skin through, and I also don't like the feeling of wearing makeup, and this just kind of is that combination for me. This is the Dream Urban Cover, and this is a dupe to a CC cream. So BB cream, CC cream. CC cream is like what, color correcting basically, but this is a dupe to the It Cosmetics CC cream, which is apparently so good. I've never tried it. I actually use this as my under eye concealer, and I use it as my spot treatment. So I basically use it as concealer. Then I take a beauty blender and I blend that underneath my eye. And I'll tell you, this is again not full coverage because it's not technically a concealer. But concealers lately, I just haven't been into them because they're so thick, and I feel like they just make my under eye look really dry. Now, I don't have my translucent powder that I always use, the one that, what's it called? It's the one that you get at Walmart, the one that's like super old school and, you know, but I forget what it's called, but I don't have that, so I'm using my actual face Maybelline Fit Me loose powder in the color 10 Fair Light. This should not be under eye baking powder because I think it's too thick, but it's all I have right now. So it's what I've been doing actually for the last month or so. And I just go in really lightly. I mean, I don't even bake, to be honest. I go in and use my beauty blender, as you can see, and then I just push it in. And actually, I forgot a step. So I take this again, and I take this little flat brush, and this is how I cover up my breakouts. I take very little, and what I do is I dab, and then I build around it. This is how I make my marks disappear. This is the trick here. And I taught my daughter this trick. She had a breakout during prom, and we did this and you couldn't even see it. So the key is to go all the way around. As you can see, the spot is concealed, and then you want to blend the outside lines. All right, so I have most of them concealed, and the next thing that I'm going to do is bronze. This is the step that I have enhanced in my makeup routine lately. I've actually just added more. I think that's maybe why you're seeing a difference in the way that my skin looks in my videos. I've just been focusing on blending this more and adding more just because my skin is a little pale right now. But because I'm wearing a hat, I start in on my cheeks. And I drag up and I'll get into my temple here. And I also bronze my entire nose. I know this is not what people typically see in a makeup tutorial because they usually, you know, contour the sides in a shadow and then they do the highlight down the center. But I don't like that look on myself, actually. I started doing this, bronzing all over my nose, when I think like almost 10 years ago when I was at the beach on vacation. I just noticed how the sun hit my face and it bronzed like all of my cheeks and my nose. And I just thought it was really flattering on me, and that's how I've been doing it. So then what I do is I get some more of my powder, my face powder, and I dab this little like kabuki style brush into it, and I sweep it all over my face, and it just tones it all down and makes it look like I blended like I was a professional, but really I wasn't. And then I bronze again with a different bronzer, Wet n Wild Color Icon. This is the Ticket to Brazil from Wet n Wild. I got this recommendation off of Tati. And then I just kind of go back over a little bit of what I took away. And then I go in with blush. This is the blush I've been on lately. It is L'Oreal True Match in the color Baby Blossom. I think also a recommendation from Tati. I just go to Tati's channel really, and that's how I shop. Her, Daisy Cash, and sometimes Alexandria Garza are the influencers I go to get makeup recommendations, like drugstore ones. And then I just lightly dust this, just stipple it. Sometimes I'll do this dragging motion, especially if I don't have that much product on the brush, but when I first dip into it, I like to stipple. So we're gonna go with the Tartelette, and I always go in with S'more and Sunrise, which are these two colors here, and I actually just dip into both of them and it becomes my all over lid color. It just, combining those two just makes my eyes really bright while also not being like a pure white. And I'm gonna take Latte, which is this really soft brown here, and I sweep that all underneath my eye. And don't worry, we'll blend this out because this palette is pigmented. I'm gonna go in with Latte again, and I take this little Anastasia, it came in some eyeshadow palette, and I work that in to my crease. And I try to like just blend it up here, and we'll take care of all those harsh lines too, so don't worry. I try to get it up into here, thing on the other eye. Then what I do to tame down the color and the harsh lines, I go back in with that same brush that I put all over my lid, and I go back in with S'more and Sunrise, and I basically go over what we just did. And it just smooths everything out. The same concept that I did with my bronzer, I do with my eyes. And then I just keep playing. If I felt like I took away too much shadow, I go back in. And that's pretty much it. I don't always go in with a second color. If I do, it's an orangey color, and it's typically the color Warmth right here, this one, but I'm not going to today. And then I do my my wing. So here's how I do it. I grab my shadow again, and I go in for Fireside, which is this dark brown, and I use eyeshadow to do my wing. And it is so much easier, so much stress-free than liquid liner. I used to always buy the one at Dollar Tree, which I love that liner, love, love, love. It wasn't a matter of the product, it was a matter of, you know, if your hand is shaky, like you can see that in a liquid liner. So using eyeshadow is just like a foolproof way of doing your eyes. So I take a brush that is angled like this little mini brush, and I'm pretty generous. I tab all in here, and the first thing that I do is I create my line, and then I do the wing. I connect like the outer wing later, but I kind of have to do this off camera because I don't know how to do the angles. Another tip that you can do is you can go in with another brush and you can just blend this out, soften the shadow a little bit. All right, I got my mascara on. Now this is actually before my mascara, I would have done my eyebrows because I really don't have any eyebrows. But that's the beauty of wearing a hat, is I don't do my eyebrows when I wear my hat because I hate doing my eyebrows. I'm just being real. So now we're gonna do lip, and for today I'm gonna go in with my Almay. I think it's the Go Wild. Yeah, this one's called Go Wild. I don't know if it will focus or not. Also a recommendation from Tati, and it's actually a little bit lighter than I normally do, but there you have it. I don't know if anyone else does it like this, but I go in my lipstick first, then my lip liner. I feel because my lip liner pulls a little bit easier when I have my lipstick on. So I go in with this Milani Color Statement lip liner in 9, which is Spice. And the lip liner and the lipstick are so off that I'll then use my finger to blend it in. And okay, so now I'm gonna change, and we're gonna do the hat, we're gonna do the earrings and the jewelry. All right, so now I'm going to do my hat, and I already, what do you call it, washed my hair yesterday, and this is natural. I didn't put any products in it, I just let it go all natural, and it is wavy and all of that stuff. I actually really like, sometimes, this is gonna sound weird, but sometimes I like that unbrushed-ish look. So I'm just gonna like brush out the ends because those needed a little bit more, but I don't want to mess with the waves and the curls because if I brush through it, it's just gonna look frizzy. But I will try to like smooth out some of the undercarriage. And I do my hair different ways in hats too. Sometimes I'll do pigtails, sometimes I'll do like a low bun and just slip the hat on top, but I typically go for a pony. And then what I like to do is I like to get my brush and tease. Again, this is, what a great tutorial this is, but I just like to tease this part right here so that it spreads a little bit wider, especially if you have not a lot of hair like me. And it just, that extra volume gives me some width and keeps my ponytail like propped up. Another tip to keep your ponytail up like this is to use a bobby pin. But now I'm gonna take my hat. Here's my hat of the day, my Bruins, UCLA Bruins, and I love the brown and the gold. That's probably why it's one of my favorite hats. And then I'll push my hat up a little bit and I will just very gently try to grab for the little like hairs. All right, now we're gonna do some jewelry and I'm gonna put in some gold hoops in my first set of holes. I have two. I have my doubles pierced, which they hurt. For whatever reason, my doubles do not like earrings in them. Okay, so as you can see, my neckline's pretty high, and usually when my neckline's high, I don't do a necklace. But yeah, I think I'm gonna just keep it a little bit more casual. All right, ignore the unmade bed, but this is the final look. I don't know why it's so dark, but yeah, so just a nice, you know, beige, sandy beige top, some jeans. I have on my new little Target leopard espadrilles. They're really comfortable, and I don't normally wear shoes in the house though, but that's it. That's the makeup look. You can really see that bronze. You can see that bronze on my nose. I don't know, I've always liked it. And then I also like how my eyes are brown and they match the bronze, and I don't know, just this is my go-to look. And then my earrings, I don't know, I feel like, look, without the diamonds, they're not real diamonds, but you know what I'm saying. I think that it makes you glow. So